Chosen one, a movement you never anticipated has already reached you. Someone whose face you have never seen, whose voice you have never heard, has just sent you money. Not a small gesture, not a casual amount, but a sum so striking it immediately disrupts your sense of logic. More than you imagined, more than feels random. You must open this message now, because if you hesitate, if you turn away, even briefly, the transfer dissolves as if it never existed. Do not pass this moment by, beloved soul, not now. Not when something this startling is unfolding toward you in real time, guided by forces far beyond coincidence. Stay fully present, because that alert you assumed was meaningless, that notification you nearly ignored, that message your thumb almost dismissed without thought, carried intention. It was deliberate. You were not selected by error. A person you have never crossed paths with released funds toward you. And the amount was so unexpected that even the system paused, questioned it, flagged it more than once before allowing it to move forward. Remain until the very end. There is something immense waiting just beyond this moment. With every second you stay, clarity sharpens. With every second you resist scrolling away, the reason behind this event comes closer into focus. The instant you skip ahead or leave, you forfeit the understanding meant specifically for you today. Do not skip, not even for a heartbeat. Do not look away yet. Let yourself feel the energy that is surrounding you now. The universe does not send powerful signals without purpose. That unfamiliar sender did not land on you by chance. Somewhere along the winding path of your life, your name was spoken. Your story was heard. Your quiet endurance, your unseen battles, your private perseverance echoed far louder than you ever knew. This was not merely a financial exchange between you and a stranger. This reaches deeper than numbers or accounts. Stay with me until the end. You are standing on the edge of something extraordinary, something that will quicken your pulse and tighten your breath in ways you cannot ignore. Do not skip. In this moment, everything aligns into a single, undeniable truth. Here is the part that sends a shiver through the soul. The countdown has already begun. The money exists. The alert is real, and the intention behind it is even more real. But there is a condition. If you do not take this in fully, if you do not allow yourself to reach the final moment of understanding, the meaning will slip through your fingers. The window is narrowing. Right now, the universe itself is observing what you choose. Stay. Do not skip. Something vast is waiting, and you are nearer than you realize. If these words vibrate inside your chest, share this prophetic breath with one person now to awaken the flow. Speak your breakthrough aloud into your circle. Pause for a moment. Breathe gently, not too deeply, just enough to steady your center. Because what is about to be unveiled has the power to shake the very foundation of who you thought you were. Listen closely. Do not skip. You are moments away from uncovering something significant. Time is tight. Seconds remain to decide whether you open this door or allow it to close forever. That unfamiliar amount resting within the system is not dormant. It is alive. It is humming. Yes, humming as though it senses your awareness, as though it recognizes that you are hearing the truth. It feels as if the transfer itself is waiting for you to step forward and claim it before the gate seals shut. Stay until the end. Many people feel fear at this stage and retreat. They scroll away, uncomfortable with intensity. But you are not like them. You were never meant to be. You were chosen. If you feel this was meant for you, acknowledge it now in your own way. Do not skip. There is more. You can sense it, can you not? Your name was not entered randomly. The sender did not act by accident. There was no guesswork. They observed. They searched. They recognized something. Somewhere someone saw your journey, witnessed your endurance, noticed the sacrifices you made quietly while the world looked elsewhere. They decided that today, after so long, you were worthy of a breakthrough, so powerful it would remain etched in your memory for the rest of your life. Stay until the end. You are about to encounter something very big. Do not skip. You are about to understand why you were selected among countless others. But before the final reason reveals itself, pause. Do not move your thumb. If you leave now, the connection fractures, the meaning unravels, the current stops flowing. But if you remain until the very last moment, the truth rises on its own. The one who sent this extraordinary amount was not acting in isolation. There is a presence, a guiding force that nudges, aligns, whispers your name into the right awareness at the perfect moment, right now. That force is preparing to shift circumstances in your favor. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Do not skip. Focus completely. Hold your attention here before you even think about blinking. Do not skip. The words that follow reveal something rarely spoken, something more decisive than you may understand. This is the point that determines whether the stranger's money arrives as a blessing or as a signal. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. If you scroll away now, you will miss the precise instant where everything turns. The world itself feels suspended, waiting on your choice. Do not skip. You were unaware of this, but the transfer was not spontaneous. That unknown person hesitated. They observed your life from afar, not in intrusion but in alignment. Sometimes paths are designed never to cross, yet they move side by side. They noticed the sleepless nights, felt the burden you carried, sensed the moment you almost surrendered, and then they chose to act in a way that defied normality. Stay until the end. This is the unveiling. People spend entire lifetimes waiting for a moment like this. Something big is waiting for you. Do not skip. Yet here is the turn you never anticipated. This was never truly about the money, not at its core. What stuns the soul is the message hidden within it. The sender delivered more than funds. They sent a silent confirmation that your story is still unfolding, that you are closer to fulfillment than you believe. Remain a few seconds longer. Do not skip. That unspoken message is becoming louder, clearer, more undeniable. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Do not skip. Hold steady. Do not move. Do not scroll. Right now, everything draws tight as the truth finally steps forward from behind the veil. Stay with this until the very last moment. You are standing on the threshold of something immense, and the seconds unfolding right now will decide whether you truly understand what that unexpected money was meant to communicate to you. Do not move away. Do not skip this moment. Your focus, your awareness, your willingness to remain present is what activates the final unfolding. Listen carefully. That stranger was never acting alone. There is an order beneath the surface, a deliberate rhythm to the timing, a precise reason the money arrived exactly now. Not before, not later, but in this exact instant as your eyes move across these words. It is often this way that the most life-altering moments arrive quietly, without warning when your guard is down. That is what makes this transfer a rare signal from something far greater. The person who sent the money was not only offering support, they were transmitting recognition. They wanted you to know that the battles you fought in silence did not go unnoticed. Do not skip. Something powerful is about to unfold. This is where the energy sharpens and everything becomes charged. The amount did not simply pass through the system. It awakened it. It set off an alert, not because something was wrong, but because something was extraordinary. Statistically rare, deeply unusual. It was as if reality itself leaned forward to get your attention. That is why the notification felt different. That is why your body reacted before your mind could explain it. This moment is unlike the others. This is not a continuation of the old story. This is the opening of a new chapter, written in a different tone altogether. Stay here, do not skip. You are balanced on the edge of something vast that has been waiting patiently for you. Hold steady. Do not blink. Do not shift. Do not scroll away. This is the most intense point so far. The instant when scattered pieces suddenly align. Stay until the end. You are about to realize something very big. If you leave now, you will miss the single truth that redefines everything about that stranger's money. Do not skip. The doorway to your breakthrough is hidden in what comes next. The sender did not choose a random hour or an arbitrary date. Listen deeply. They waited. They observed. They sensed the precise moment in your journey when alignment was possible. when you were exhausted yet still standing, when your hope was fragile but alive, when you felt weak but not defeated. They acted at that exact point because they understood something essential about you. You do not give up. You bend under pressure, but you do not shatter. That is why this reached you today. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Do not skip. Here is what most people never understand. The stranger perceived something within you that you yourself have not fully embraced. They saw the light you carry, a quiet flame that persists no matter how heavy the darkness becomes. They recognized it because once, long ago, someone recognized that same light in them. This is how blessings travel through the world, moving from one resilient soul to another, forming unseen chains of grace that stretch across time. Do not skip. Stay until the end. You are approaching the deepest layer of truth, the one that links you, the stranger, and the profound shift unfolding in your life right now. Pay close attention. The person who sent that significant amount was not trying to rescue you. They were honoring you. They were acknowledging that you have already saved yourself again and again in ways no one ever witnessed or celebrated. Every morning you rose when staying down felt easier. Every moment you chose belief when doubt seemed reasonable. Every time you whispered, "Keep going," while the world suggested otherwise. They saw all of it. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Do not skip now. You may be wondering how anyone could possibly know these things about you. Here is the truth that sends a chill through the body. They did not need the details. They recognized the frequency you carry, the unmistakable signature of someone who has walked through fire and emerged conscious. It is a silent language shared between survivors, between warriors, between those who refuse to let circumstances dictate their destiny. When they saw your name, something within them responded immediately. This is not chance. This is alignment. This is resonance. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. The next unfolding will reveal why your timing and their timing intersected at this precise point in history. Stay fully here. Do not scroll. Do not blink. The universe moves in patterns most never notice, in hidden rhythms of contraction and expansion, of pressure and release, of breakdown and breakthrough. And right now, you are standing inside one of those rare turning points. In this moment, you are stepping into a widening space of becoming. An unseen expansion has already begun. And somehow the stranger perceived this shift before it ever reached your conscious awareness. They sensed the currents turning, the invisible winds rearranging themselves to move in your direction. What they sent was never casual kindness. It was not impulse or chance. It was a deliberate act, a calculated nudge designed to set the first piece in motion, the initial spark meant to release a sequence of blessings that have been patiently waiting for you to be ready. Stay until the end. You are about to uncover something very big. Do not skip. What makes this moment truly remarkable is not just the gesture itself, but what lives inside it. The amount carries a distinct energetic signature, not merely numbers or digits, but intention infused into motion. When money travels with clarity of purpose, it does more than change balances. It carries belief. It carries momentum. It plants certainty deep within the subconscious that you are deserving, that abundance is not distant, but actively seeking you, that a long season of scarcity is quietly dissolving. Do not skip. The stranger understood this timeless truth. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. And now we arrive at the turning point, the part that shifts everything. The reason you feel unable to look away. The reason each sentence pulls you closer. The reason your pulse has quickened. This message reached you at the precise instant you required it most. Not when your mind wanted it, but when your inner being was finally prepared to receive. There's a profound distinction between desire and readiness. The stranger waited for readiness. Do not skip. Listen closely to what follows. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Your readiness revealed itself in subtle ways you may not have consciously noticed. Dreams that began to change texture, becoming sharper, more persistent. Encounters that felt insignificant at the time, yet quietly planted seeds. Sudden impulses to clear space, to organize, to let go of old objects, as if your life itself was preparing a place for something new. The stranger noticed these signals. They understood the language of transition your life was speaking. Do not skip. This is why the timing is exact. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. And here is where the intensity deepens. Hidden within the transfer was an instruction, not written in words, but encoded in energy. The message is simple yet vast. When this reaches you, you are meant to become that stranger for someone else. Not immediately, and not necessarily through money, but through recognition, through presence, through the act of truly seeing another's hidden light. This is how the cycle continues. This is how wonder multiplies. This is how a single divine gesture ripples outward, touching lives far beyond its origin. Do not skip. You are being welcomed into a quiet fellowship of light carriers. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Pay attention now, because what follows reveals your role in what comes next. You are not merely someone who receives. You are a passage, a channel. What flows toward you is meant to move through you, not as an obligation to give it away, but as an energetic expansion that increases your ability to create, to serve, to inspire. The stranger saw this capacity within you. They trusted that you would not cling to the blessing, but allow it to reshape you into a larger vessel. Do not skip. This is an initiation. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big right now. Something is shifting within your body. You can sense it. A subtle vibration, a warmth spreading through your chest, a gentle pressure behind your eyes. This is not imagination. This is your energetic field responding to truth. Your spirit already recognizes what your mind is still trying to understand. The money is real, yes, but more importantly, the transformation it signals has already begun inside you. Do not skip. Remain with this sensation. Allow it to rise. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Here is what unfolds next, and this matters deeply. In the coming days, you will notice strange alignments. Small moments that feel too precise to be accidental. A conversation that answers a question you never spoke aloud. An opportunity appearing without warning. A door opening that you believed had sealed itself forever. These are not separate events. They are part of the same current. Do not skip. The money was only the first visible sign of unseen forces moving into harmony. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. But there is something essential you must understand about how this works. The universe will test you here. Doubt will surface. A voice will suggest this is unrealistic, too perfect, too good to be true. That voice is the threshold, the final guardian before expansion. The stranger knew this test would come. That is why they acted when they did, to offer proof at the exact moment you would need it most. Do not skip. Do not allow uncertainty to take what is being offered. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. And now comes the part that may unravel everything you believed about how life operates. The stranger who sent this money may not be who you assume at all. In truth, this being may not be unfamiliar to you at all when viewed through a wider, cosmic lens. There are teachings older than memory that speak of agreements formed before birth, understandings made beyond time, soul pacts created with other, conscious energies who vow to appear at pivotal moments carrying exactly what is required. What if this person is simply honoring a promise made long before either of you entered this physical life? Do not skip. This is not imagination or fantasy. This is how existence functions beyond the surface layer of reality. Stay until the end. You are about to uncover something very big. Pause for a moment and consider how impossible this truly is. Out of billions of lives moving across this planet, your name surfaced. Out of endless moments that could have existed, this one was chosen. Out of countless ways to assist another human being, this exact form was selected. The statistical odds of all these factors lining up by chance are almost non-existent. This was arranged, shaped, guided with intention. You are witnessing something sacred, wearing the mask of coincidence. Do not skip. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. There is another dimension to this that deepens everything. The amount itself was not random, even if it appears that way on the surface. Numbers are not empty symbols. They carry vibration, resonance, encoded meaning in systems that have existed since the earliest civilizations. When reduced, that number may align with a life path, a cycle of transformation, or a universal principle. The sender may have known this consciously, may have calculated it carefully, or may have simply followed an inner pull that guided them to that exact figure. Do not skip. Reality communicates through patterns, symbols, and numbers. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Now return briefly to the grounded world, because this matters deeply. What are you meant to do when this money arrives? The intention behind it was never dependence. It was movement. It was ignition. Let it serve as fuel, as a starting force, as a seed for the next version of your life. Place it where growth happens. Invest it into yourself, into expansion, into bridging the distance between who you have been and who you are becoming. Do not skip. This is an instrument, not a rescue. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. And now the message turns inward, toward its final unfolding. Everything shared until now has been guiding you toward one essential realization. The greatest gift was never the money itself. It was the belief expressed through the act of sending it. Someone who barely knows you looked at your life and decided you were worth believing in. They placed their resources where their faith already lived. Do not skip. Now it is your turn. You must extend that same belief toward yourself. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. This is the moment when clarity settles in, when all fragments align with quiet certainty. The sender recognized in you what you have hesitated to acknowledge. They saw greatness not as a distant possibility, but as something already alive, waiting for permission. They saw your hardships not as evidence of failure, but as preparation for what follows. They saw your scars not as weakness, but as proof of endurance, as confirmation that you can be struck by life and remain standing. Do not skip. You are being offered a reflection. Look carefully at what was seen in you. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big right now. As these words move through you, a decision begins to take shape. You can accept this offering and everything it signifies, or you can retreat into the familiar shelter of hesitation. The sender took a risk by acting. Now the risk belongs to you in receiving fully, not just the money, but the meaning behind it, the responsibility, the invitation to step into who you were always meant to become. Do not skip. This is the crossroads. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. Here is the final guidance. When the transfer reaches you, do not label it as luck or coincidence. Receive it as affirmation, as recognition, as the universe saying, I see you, I am present. Your moment has arrived. Allow it to transform more than numbers. Let it reshape how you see yourself, how you relate to possibility, how willing you are to expect wonder. Do not skip. The one who sent this is watching what you choose next. Stay until the end. You are about to discover something very big. And now we reach the culmination, the place this message has been quietly guiding you toward. The final truth the sender wanted you to remember is simple and profound. You are not alone. You never have been. Even in the moments when everything felt abandoned and silent, there were forces, individuals, guides moving quietly in the background, waiting for the right instant to step in. This transfer is evidence of that unseen support. Do not skip, trust it. Allow yourself to believe. Lean into it. If you are ready to step forward, acknowledge it now. Your next chapter is waiting. The universe is waiting. The version of you that already knows the outcome is waiting. The only remaining question is whether you are ready to answer. Do not skip. This is your moment. Stay until the end, because the ending you have reached is not an ending at all. It is the beginning.